Today is Saturday before Easter, and I'm gonna see how much I can make in one weekend on this Easter holiday. Never guessed where I am right now, starting off the day. I'm actually sitting waiting at Costco. The other day, I actually had this Costco order that, first of all, I got it at home, which was incredible. I'm like, do they think that I'm sitting there? I guess. I obviously had to take it, and when I was doing it, I was like, wait, this is like not even nearly as bad. It was very similar to an order I did before. Very similar unit count and similar pay. And I'm like, it should be easier though this time. And it wasn't even that bad. And as I'm getting used to the store, I'm definitely getting quicker every time. Let's just say I'm a lot less afraid of Costco than I used to be because of this order. Before, all of the Costco orders I'd done, I had gotten just driving around. I never would go out of my way to actually sit at Costco and like wait for an order. There are 2 Costcos in my area, and this is the one that the store is easier to shop at. It's a little bit smaller. And the other one I'm a little bit slower at. It's bigger, but it's in a better location. Today I'm at the smaller Costco. So I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. It's 10:43 right now, and we'll see if I end up starting out with a Costco order or deciding to move. I'm obviously hoping, because I already drove over here, that I can get something for this Costco, and then we'll see where we end up going from here. But I just thought it was hilarious that after my last couple of videos with Costco experience, I'm waiting here. I'm actually going to try to install these little magnets. I got these magnetic little car phone mount. I don't know how I still haven't gotten one yet. So I can just stick my phone to the car, and that will be like a million times safer and just more convenient. Okay, so the little phone stand is installed. I love how small it is. That's why I picked this one here. So I put the adhesive on, and this also rotates, so you can like pull it any certain angle you want, which is pretty cool. I already installed the magnet on the back of this phone that I record with, so now I can just stick this here. And there's more magnets in here, so I'm gonna put another one on my Instacart phone, and then I can also put that phone up there. And this also did come with a 2-pack, but as you can see so far, 11:03, still nothing. And I'm kind of worried because there hasn't even been that many Costco orders coming in general. Not that they just weren't good. They just send me amazing orders for this Costco when I'm not at it. And the other Costco, at least I was sitting there yesterday, and at least there was volume coming in for that Costco. So I'm like, okay, this is working. I just have to wait for a good one to come in. Whoops. Do not want to click on that. I don't know. There's not even that many Costco orders coming in, let alone good ones. Ooh, 54 miles though. Just as that was almost like the quickest click ever. Yeah, so no thanks. 54 miles. Really low unit count, but in case. But I really am like trying to get Costco orders, so still nothing. Okay, we're gonna try out the new setup, so I need to adjust at least for now. I took this fries order. It was for the fries where I was already sitting in the parking lot, and it's nothing crazy, but it's a good order. 2 stops and not far away. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this. I've been waiting for a while and not getting anything that good on Instacart. My Instacart app, like the whole time I'm shopping, and trying to keep it open as much as possible because there's still volume coming in. So I'm like, there's gonna be something. As I'm at the checkout at Fry's, I get this. Oh my God, guys. $95 for only a few units. It was like 10 or 12 units. And I'm like, okay, what is going on here? Is it like something like terribly huge or something? Because it's from the Shamrock food warehouse, which I've never been to and I avoid going to. It's kind of like Restaurant Depot as far as what I can tell. I was thinking maybe it's like supply racks or like giant containers. Like I thought it was something that was gonna be like terrible because there's only a few units, and it's nothing bad. I'm like, this is just insane. I guess someone was just feeling generous. The one order, it's 2 orders, so one of the orders just has like a fuck ton of cinnamon rolls. I think it said 60 or 70 cinnamon rolls per package, so I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna look. I'm probably gonna like fill the entire car with trays of cinnamon rolls. Clearly it's going to a business or something. I'll see when I drop it off. Let me know if you've seen any other order with higher pay and less units, but this one is amazing. And I sat for so long and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like so thankful to get this order when I've been waiting so long, and I got it at the checkout at Fry's. So I was already about to leave. These are small orders, and the second delivery is on the way to the Shamrock warehouse store. So I'm like, this could not have worked out any better. I'm on the way now to drop off the second delivery. I'm 5 minutes away. This person is like not merging correctly. Okay. I have no idea how it works in this store. So we're finding out today, and try to stay on the Instacart screen so you don't miss an order while you're trying to do something else. Instacart is like the most frustrating app ever with their like first come first serve policy, how like batches literally go like that. And you have to be like staring at the screen. Like sometimes it makes you feel insane, or at least to me it does, where I'm like, oh my God, I've been staring at this screen for so long. Like I think I'm gonna go insane. So we're pulling up now. I thought this was gonna be like a giant building, like Costco sized, because it's, well, I mean, it's called food service warehouse, but it's actually like a pretty small building. So yeah, this cinnamon roll order is gonna be interesting. There's like literally hundreds of them, and I'm assuming that's the one with the big tip. But yeah, at least the store looks small, so it doesn't look too scary from the outside. So what I thought would happen did happen, and I was worried about this, but I just tried to stay positive anyway. One of the customers only ordered cinnamon rolls, and it was like 5 or 6 giant packs of cinnamon rolls. And I go there and they don't have them. And I asked the store employees, seem confused, like, oh, I don't even know if that's like baked cinnamon rolls or raw dough. And I'm like, okay, I think it's raw dough, but regardless, can you help me like where those would be? And he's like, oh, you already checked the back wall in the fridges with the desserts. I'm like, yeah. And they weren't there, and they weren't really that helpful. So I still looked at the entire store, but they basically said they don't have them. And I'm like, okay, so you don't have any cinnamon rolls in this entire store? And they were like, no. So, and then it's a whole long, if you've ever had to do this before, it's a whole long process. I also accepted a double stack batch, and then now I'm not going to do that single order that only had a couple items on it. Don't let you cancel the batch without chatting with support, and you know how that always takes forever. So then you have to chat with support, get them to remove the batch, the item is out of stock. I also called the customer, and he did only want the cinnamon rolls because they are for an event tomorrow, which I was assuming he wouldn't want to substitute. So I just, I told him, I'm sorry, you're going to have to cancel and like order maybe from Costco or some other type of store that might have this many cinnamon rolls. I know it was him who was tipping, so I'm not even going to bother with the other one. And then, so the Instacart support specialist removes the batch where everything was out of stock. And then he leaves the other order on there, which is also hilarious because whenever you contact the support team, they tell them that they can't cancel an individual order off of a batch. Like once you accept a batch, you either do the whole batch or you don't get it at all. Like, okay, so that's really funny. So when it's, for a different reason, you can still cancel a single customer. Anyway, so I'm like, can you please remove my batch? And he only removes the one order. I have to clarify and ask him to remove the whole thing. And then he tells me, oh, this is going to impact your cancellation rating, and can I have a reason? And I'm like, I accepted a double stack batch and I no longer want to do a single order. That's not what I accepted. It's not my fault that the customer's order was out of stock for the one order. And so I, of course, take the hit for that. Like they're not going to cancel it without penalizing you, which is just really frustrating because I'm like, now the order's not what I accepted, so I'm not going to do it. And the other order had like 3 items on it. I know it must have been a really low tip. Middle of my rant. Oh, is it gone? Oh, no, there it is. In the middle of my rant, there's this Costco that popped up. Almost took it, but yeah, no, we're not going all the way out there. So we're not going to take that one, but I got excited for a second. I am actually sitting. Oh, someone took it. I actually am sitting back at Costco now. So that's what we're up to now. But to finish up my rant, yeah, he's like giving me a hard time, making it take forever to cancel the batch, and I'm not going to do that single order. So I just, whatever, took the hit. My cancellation rate is only 3%. And that's now even after canceling that one. So I'm like, whatever. It's just, sometimes these things happen and there's nothing you can do about a customer's order being out of stock. And it sucks that you get blamed for still not feeding the batch because you're now canceling the other orders. So I'm waiting at Costco because the Costco, it was the same one I was waiting at earlier, is actually really close by. It was like a 5 or 6 minute drive from the Shamrock place that I was at before. And there's still a bunch of volume coming in, and I'm just hoping I can get something good. It's even busier now than it was earlier in the morning, and I'm just trying to like hope I can turn this day around. That just wasted so much of my time screwing around with that order, and I got all excited about it because it was a huge tip. $95 order. I was like so excited. That guy was very, very generous. Yes, he did order like 300 cinnamon rolls, but still, he's gonna place another order. I told him, I was like, if you still want to place a different order, like maybe for Costco, I'm like, God bless whoever gets your order, because I know you're just gonna replace it and put a huge tip on it. So I freaked out when I saw this because I never see hundreds. But yeah, 99 miles. It's going all the way up to Prescott. There's also a Costco in Prescott. So beyond me why they're sending it to a Costco in the Valley in Phoenix. Yeah, got excited again for a second, but I'm like, oh, that's why. I was waiting at Costco for a little bit, and that still wasn't working. I think I'm not really gonna bother waiting at that Costco anymore. When I was waiting at the other one, it was working in the sense that I was getting a lot of Costco orders, and I did eventually get a good one. I know a lot of it is luck and like the day that you're on, so it's kind of hard to really gather like a real conclusion from one day, but I think I'm just gonna I don't know, maybe it's just my destiny that for that Costco location, I just get good orders when I'm not there. So far, I've gotten 3 really, really good orders from that Costco, and every time it was when I was not sitting there. I think I'm just gonna go sit at the other Costco. But I went to Fry's, I was sitting there for a little bit, I still wasn't getting something, and then ironically, right as I go to like leave the parking lot, I'm like, actually, I already left the parking lot. I was probably like a mile up the road. I get an order for the fries that I just left sitting at. I don't know, sometimes the algorithm is confusing, and I swear, like, I get sent orders when I'm not at the store, and a lot of times when I'm like just driving away. So I don't know what's up with that. At least for Costco, at the other location specifically, I do notice that I get a lot of Costco orders while I'm sitting there. So that I still think there's a big difference. But as far as the regular grocery stores, I don't even notice that big of a difference by sitting at the store. So I finally got a good Instacart order that I can actually do. After the Shamrock incident, I was just like so discouraged and frustrated because I had already been waiting so long for an order. And then I got that amazing one, $95. I was just so excited. And I'm like, of course this would happen. It gets taken away. It was an easy order to do. The cart wasn't like overflowing. It wasn't bulky stuff. So I'm happy with this, and I'm just gonna see. I don't know how late I'm gonna work today. I wasn't planning on working super late anyway. If I can get one more good Instacart batch after this, honestly, I'll be happy. And then maybe it's just better to get up and at it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Easter, and especially in the morning, I am expecting there's going to be a lot of orders. You guys know, if you're not new here, and if you are, I am terrible at waking up early. I'm a night person through and through. I always have been. I am pulling up now to the first delivery, which is a house, and that's great because it's the biggest order. So I am thrilled about that. That order is dropped off successfully, and I'm so happy that that was a house because I'm kind of near downtown, and that was the order with the 40 pack of water on it. So I'm like, oh, thank God that was easy, because this order didn't have heavy pay because that was the only heavy item, and it doesn't qualify on its own. You have to have more items, but a 40 pack of water bottle is rough, especially if you have to carry it far. So I'm so happy that was a house. And my second delivery is actually dropping off to a business, to a cocktail lounge. It's actually one of my favorites in the city, which is so fun. I haven't been there in a while, but it used to be closer to where I live, so I would go there more often. Specialize in like craft cocktails, and then they do like appetizers and kind of like light bites. So they have a small food menu. The food they have is really good. It's called the Rose Garden in downtown, if anyone's local or ever in Phoenix for whatever reason. And it's kind of in the middle of downtown. It's pretty walkable to like the stadium for like events. Okay, so that last one was also easy to drop off. I always get a little bit nervous when I drop off in downtown because there's a lot of high-rise buildings and about carrying stuff far. But I will say that the cart, oh my God, that's so loud, Does anyone else get like so bothered by those people that have obnoxiously loud cars? Like, it actually irritates me so much. So I did that one, and then I literally only waited 5 minutes, and I just drove a couple minutes up the street to the closest Safeway, and I got this Sprouts order. So this one is really not the best. Like, the pay is like borderline as far as like the pay for the units, because it's a lot of units, and it's heavy stuff too. And I don't know how this order doesn't qualify for heavy pay. It has 4 gallons of water and I think 4 cases of sparkling water. So that's annoying. I don't know why it doesn't qualify for heavy pay. That seems kind of not right about that. But yeah, this one, it's not like an amazing order or anything, but given how my day has been going so far, especially with Instacart, and I only waited 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm not letting this one pass up. I'm just gonna do this and go home and just kind of take the night off. 3:50 now. I'm thinking this order should take an hour and a half. Another reason why I was kind of okay with accepting this, even though the pay is a little low for the amount of units, is this Sprouts is the one that I know the best. So I'm like, okay, that really helps, because I am very, very fast at this store compared to others. I pretty much know where everything is. And I'm gonna do 2 carts because the smaller order has the 4 gallons of water and the bigger order has all of the cases of sparkling water. And the carts at Sprouts are smaller, so I'm like, instead of trying to like pack this all into one, and I'm just gonna carry 2 around and just, it's a double stack order, which is easy too, so just A and B, 1 cart for each order. I think that'll actually make it go faster. About to pull into the parking lot now, and I wanna finish off this day strong with how it started out. 50, the last order I did was a 50, so I'm gonna end the day with about $125-ish, which is not good for a Saturday by any means. Saturdays are normally my 2nd or 3rd highest paying day. Not a good daily total for a Saturday, but given everything that's happened today, I'm happy with it, and I'm kind of just gonna be excited to start fresh tomorrow morning and use the whole day tomorrow to kind of start over and see what I can do. You're telling me this order does not qualify for heavy pay? I mean, come on. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 cases of sparkling water and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gallons of water, plus all the other groceries. I mean, that has to be a mistake, right? Okay, so it is Easter Sunday now, and it is now almost noon. I grabbed this order. I got it around 11 a.m. and it's a 39. It's a really good order. It is a repeat customer from repeat customers, because the algorithm will try to send you those people again. So I think I got this one because they were repeat customers, because I also got it while I was at home, grabbed it right away, and the customer added a few items, and they did tip percentage based, so the tip went up. So I think instead of a 39, this one is now like a 45, but I'll put the screenshot in afterwards because I don't remember exactly. So that's even better. And the items they added weren't like heavy or anything annoying, so it just made the deal better for me. Now from the first delivery, which is the closer one, and then the next one after that, I'm guessing is gonna be probably 7 to 8 minute drive. So I'm looking at a little bit over an hour for this order, which is perfectly on track. I am plenty happy with that pace. And I assumed that the grocery stores would probably be pretty busy today because of the holiday and people kind of doing last minute shopping. And so far, I've only been to 1 store, but so far it wasn't bad. The only thing was the checkout. I just got unlucky. I just went into a line, and this lady only had like 5 items ahead of me. Just happened to pick a line where there's problems. Like, she has deli items like from the hot bar, and they didn't put a tag on it. Then they're like, what is this item? Have to find the code, and you know, all the things. And then she wants laundry detergent, and I'm assuming it was locked up, but I'm like, why didn't you ask for help before you went to the checkout? And then people have to run and go get it. So it was just one of those annoying things. So I did get a little bit held up at checkout because of that. So I am actually a little bit further away than I estimated. I am 11 minutes drive. I have a pretty positive feeling about this day. I think it will definitely go a lot better than yesterday with that order that I got that just completely, it just really brought me down after I waited so long, got what looked like just a banger order, and then wasn't able to fulfill it. None of the stores around me are listed as like hot zones or saying they're gonna have batches soon, but I'm not gonna drive far away for that purpose. I just drove to the nearest store after that delivery, which was a 6-minute drive. So I'm at Safeway right now. and we'll just see what we get. There's still batches coming in, so I'll see if I get another Instacart or if I do a DoorDash. This order is crazy. One just came in, 111 units. That is insane. Let's see. $32 tip. I mean, it could be worse, but wow. That is a very big order and nowhere near worth doing that pay, at least in my opinion. So right now it's only showing, well, let's wait for it. It's only showing this one fries as a hotspot. So stay here, especially because that store is so far away. I'm not going all the way to Scottsdale. I get a lot of good orders from this store that I'm sitting at now, so we'll see what happens. So I just sat for probably only 10, maybe 15 minutes, and I was sitting in the Safeway parking lot, and I got this Sprouts order, and I took it. It's just way too easy not to take, and I want to stay moving. I'm like, this is way too easy not to take. I'm 3 minutes away from the store. I'm right up the street. It's one item and 2 units with a $10 tip, which is just so generous. And it doesn't look like any sort of weird type of item where I'm like, oh, maybe I can't find it. That would be the only possible issue that would come up with an order like this. It's an easy item. It's just like a chili crisp thing. I'm 3 minutes away from the store. I'm gonna walk in, grab this one item, and then we'll head to the drop-off. To literally the smallest order I have ever done. This is officially the smallest grocery order I've ever done. I'm very grateful to get a customer who is tipping $10 just to go grab them one item and 2 units. So from the moment I accepted that order to the drop-off, it was 16 minutes. So officially the smallest order and quickest order I've ever done on Instacart. And I've also been to that house before. So again, another repeat customer. I'm so thankful for that person. That order was $20. It was an expensive item, so $20 for 2 units. And so she tipped 50%. Now I'm just about to pull in at the Safeway I was sitting at before. It was a 6-minute drive to get from her house here. This one just came in, and this is borderline. Would you guys take this? The items, look where it's going. It's going somewhere super residential, 11 miles, 3 orders. I don't know, that's really far. I don't even know why these are all batched together. It's good pay. If this was closer miles, I'd take it right away, but it's obviously not getting taken right away up into Paradise Valley. So you have to drive kind of far to get back to stores. So okay, this is what I'm talking about. I just got this DoorDash order while I'm sitting at the Safeway for this location, and it is 10 items, 15 units for $16.75. That's the kind of order I'm taking. I did pass on that 47 on Instacart. This one I can knock out really quick. It's like a 2-mile delivery, 1.5 miles delivery. We'll just knock this one out and keep waiting for an Instacart in the meantime. Okay, we are now leaving. It is 1:17 with this small DoorDash order. I was in Safeway and I actually got a $50 Sprouts order. It's not for the Sprouts that's super close to me. It's a little further away. And it was 60 items, 70 units, $50, triple customer, 9 miles. And I passed on it. Would you guys have taken that? It was not heavy pay. Sprouts, 70 items total. I was about to take it and I'm like, I just think it's gonna take too long. Like, I think it's gonna borderline take 2 hours, and if it does, then that's not good enough for the pay. I think it sat there maybe for like 20, 30 seconds and someone took it. If it was the Sprouts like right by where I'm at, I think I would have done it, but I think it would have been at least 10, maybe 15 minutes drive to the store, 70 units, $50, and like triple customer, and it was going to Scottsdale, so I passed. And I'm happy that I did. While I was loading the groceries in the car, I got this $37 Safeway order, same location I was just at, and it's a single customer. I'll be able to get it done so quick. So while the 50 looks a lot nicer up front, I think this is actually the better order, but let me know what you think if you're a shopper. $37, single customer, and I'm going to drop off this DoorDash right now. I'm a 2-minute drive, and then I'm just a 2-minute drive back to the store. So I think this was the better deal, and I'm happy that I passed on that 50. Also, it is super weird. The app is not still not showing any hot zones or any stores that are gonna have batches soon around me. They're all in Scottsdale. Orders are continuing to come in, so don't always trust what the app says as far as like when it says a store will have a batch in 1 to 5 minutes or in 5 to 15 minutes, or makes you think you have to like move to certain stores to get a batch. That's not necessarily the case. So we got that one all checked out and loaded up, and I'm set to arrive at 1:54. And I got the customer's order at 1:15, but I was loading up the car for the previous customer and still driving to their house. Especially with the price of gas now, I'm like, these orders that have really short distances are more valuable. And I'm so happy. My girl Stephanie, her lane was open today, so I was able to check out so fast. This is the Safeway where I had that problem with those cashiers. And tell me why this time, before it was the lady, this time it was the guy who was the actual cashier I was at when the ID situation happened, if you haven't seen that video. And this time he recognizes me and he's looking at me. I'm like, dude, I know that you have an issue with me for whatever reason. Even if I don't have alcohol on my order, I'm not going to your checkout lane. And my girl Stephanie always hooks it up. She's always nice. She always scans everything quick. She like asks me how I'm doing or asks me about Instacart or whatever. She's just a nice person. Cashier beef is so stupid. Like, the dumbest thing to pick a fight over, they chose to pick a fight with me. And I'm like, of all the people, pick someone else to screw with, someone who's not working doing Instacart. If you want to pick on someone else who's buying alcohol for their personal use and you think they're underage, take it up with them. But I do not know why you would choose me of all people. You know that I'm not underage. Now I'm just getting reminded all over again of how stupid that was. And now how like I literally avoid 2 cashiers at this Safeway because of this incident, because I don't want to talk to them, even if I don't have alcohol on my order. And literally every time Stephanie is working, I just go to her lane. This is another similar one that came in earlier that I'm going to pass on. Also, I'm nowhere near the store. This is in Scottsdale. Heavy pay, 68 units. Yeah. I'm going to pass on that one. So that was another repeat customer. I don't know. Today, I guess I'm just doing like all repeat customers on Instacart. And still good volume. If anything, it's picked up a little bit. It's still only showing busy zones in Scottsdale. So I'm just going to stay over here. I'm literally back at the same Safeway that I was just at because it was such a close drive. And I'll see what happens. There are a decent amount of grocery orders coming in on DoorDash as well. Oh, it's a little bit later now. It is 2:50. I did have to wait a little bit for a batch, but it was worth it. I did see a 50 come in for Sprouts while I was sitting there, but it was 18 miles. I'm like, it was only like 55 units, I think, but I'm like, I can't, especially with the gas prices, I'm like, I can't do an 18-mile order. And then I saw another, I think I recorded it was a 47. I skipped that one because it was too far away. And then I drove to a different Fry's location and I got this 65. So that's the one we're going to do. It is heavy stuff. The downtown address is the one that has most of the heavy items. First customer does have 2 40 packs of water, which that's going to sting. And these are both apartments. The first one, I don't know if there's an elevator. I'm hoping to God, because I can only carry 1 40 pack of water at once. The second order does have a bunch of other heavy items like soda and everything. And I know that address because I can, even though I can only preview the map, I know most of downtown. So I know the complex they live in, and it is a 3-story apartment complex with no elevators. I don't know if this person is on the 2nd floor. I preview of what I can see now. I can see their instructions and they have the gate code and then say, my apartment is in the front, go in the gate, immediately turn left, go upstairs and turn left. So I'm thinking that's a 2nd floor unit, which really sucks because there's a bunch of heavy stuff. But let's just take a quick look at these items. They definitely kind of sting. 2 40 packs of water for the first customer and everything else is lightweight. And they do live in an apartment. And then this is the second order. So this heavy stuff. Yeah, so I think that's all the heavy stuff was all at the drinks. Yeah, everything else is easy. So that kind of sucks because I know this is a 2nd floor from what I can interpret from the instructions and not a 3rd floor, which makes it a lot better. But yeah, we're not going to cancel it. We already waited a little while to get an order. I'm already here. Let's get this one started, and I will mentally prepare myself for the workout I'm going to have to do for both of these deliveries. All right, we have pulled up to the first drop-off. which is a second floor apartment with no elevator, and they have 2 40 packs of water. So that's 2 trips. At least they only have a couple bags of groceries to get this water bottle delivery over with. Okay, first delivery is done. I just used the cart and wheeled it to the bottom of the staircase. That just made it so much easier to not even have to carry the bottles from the car to the bottom of the stairs. So they were right near the top of the staircase too, thank God. So that made that way easier. I guarantee that they are also not tipping or tipping very low. The tip is probably all coming from this second order, but we will see if I'm wrong after I complete the order, and I will put it here. I am now only 8 minutes away from the second order, and it's weird because the instructions say it's apartment 1094. So that's a first floor apartment. But in the directions, it says go in the gate, immediately turn left, go up the stairs and turn left. So maybe it's like a mini staircase or something. I don't know. I've been to this complex many times, and I know that 1094 is a first floor unit. So I'm hoping it's like not a full flight of stairs, and maybe it's just like a small set or something because it's on a first floor unit. So that one ended up taking an hour and 20 minutes, which is great, and I'm super happy with it. It was a lot of work, but I'm still happy to get a really high-paying order, and the person's apartment was pretty close. I only had to walk up a very small flight of stairs, so I was still able to use the cart for the majority to walk down the hall. So it could have been worse. That one, it was still great for the pay. And I sat around for a little bit, and then I did settle on this DoorDash because it was super quick. It was $17 and only a few items at the store, so it was really fast. And I just pulled up to drop off the second order now. And after this, I don't know if I'm gonna go to a store or literally just sit here until I get something. I do have my DoorDash on right now too. And because none of the stores are listed as busy or anything, I don't know how much of a difference it'll really make for me to go sit at the store. So I might just stay where I'm at because I'm kind of in between a few different stores and just see where it sends me next. Okay, so I've decided to go home. I will put it on the screen here, but I want to say I'm close to 200 for the day. It is not that good for a Sunday, but I actually have a lot of things to get to at home, and it's 6 o'clock, and I think I should actually log off early. I've been working for about 7 hours, I want to say. On Friday, we actually pick up the keys to our new apartment. I don't have to be out of my place until May 2nd or May 3rd. That's my official move out date, so I have quite a bit of overlap time. And I've never actually had this much overlap time when moving to different apartments. I've moved like 100 times, so I'm not afraid of moving. I'm not like stressing about it. I've done it so many times. So much overlap between the 2 leases that I don't have to worry about like not getting it done or having to do it all in like 3 or 4 days, which that is the most stressful thing, I think. Of course, I also want to be moved into the new place as soon as possible, so we can pick up the keys on Friday. And I have not done anything. I've done no moving prep, no packing, not even like cleaning, like thinning things out. I haven't done anything. So given that, I think I should get home and at least start. There are a lot of things that I don't use on a regular basis, and especially with the clothes and the shoes where I really could thin things out. I don't really have like a super excessive amount of home decor or like kitchen stuff. It's mainly the clothes and the shoes. I think I should at least get started with going through everything in my closet and deciding what I might want to sell or give away, and then start packing the items I know I want to keep, but I'm not going to wear on a regular basis and I won't need. Did get a good order right before I started driving. It was $31, only like 30 units at Sprouts, and it was a double stack order at DoorDash. And I was going to do it, but I'm like, no, I need to get home and at least like start working on things. And I also have raw chicken that I need to cook for meal prep that I still haven't done. I haven't even marinated it. I forgot to do that. So I'm going to give it at least, if I go home now, I can put off cooking it for a few hours and at least give it like 2-3 hours to marinate, which will make it taste better. So there's too many things to get to tonight. On Sundays, I normally will still work until 8 or 9, but it is 6:17 now, and I'm pulling into my garage. One thing that I'm looking forward to so much more than I can even express is finally having a garage that is not finicky. This clicker that I have, I always have to sit here for several seconds before it opened. Like that one was actually kind of quick. It's one of those dumb things that is just so annoying because obviously you are pulling into where you live every single day. And when it takes forever to open, it's just like a dumb thing that gets on your nerves. But overall, it was honestly, oh my God, so dark. A really good experience living at this building. I just wanted to move to a different location. So we are moving more closer to downtown, where right now I'm a little bit outside downtown. That's really exciting. We got the place we wanted. We only applied to one place and we got it. And it was just like a really easy application process. We still haven't signed the lease. They need to send it to us. And we're scheduled to move in on Friday. So I will be touching base with the office first thing tomorrow and making sure that we can get the lease all signed and finalized. A lot of exciting things happening. I'm very excited for the new place. It's at a building I've wanted to live at for a long time, but it's very expensive. And I just never got the opportunity to live there before, with unit availability or just a bunch of reasons. So I will put all of the totals in here for what I was able to earn over this Easter weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I do think I still did pretty well, especially given all the other things that I really need to do. So I'm happy with it. And I will actually put also in this frame my weekly total, because that also kind of adds a lot of context to just the week in general and kind of where I like to aim for my goals. I need to go inside and get to my meal prep cooking and some sort of packing prep. So if you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate you liking it. It really helps the algorithm. And if you like videos like this, or you want to watch more things about gig work and about being smart with your money, that's what I talk about here. So definitely subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.